Hey everybody, welcome back to the Amorphous Void. Thanks for watching last week. That was nice and fun. So we're back into it. I made a couple small tweaks off camera. Namely, I changed my Kraken setting from Forge to Gnarly 666 because obviously, clearly, it sounds ridiculous. I really love when the bass like clacks. I love that nice clack. This I will say that the Psalm Tones plugins have this issue where they just like buzz, and I'm sorry about that in the last episode. I will be more cognizant this time. First things first. New. Oh, we're gonna duplicate this. Yep. And pop this one up. We have Odin 2, bias effects. Let's see what this sounds like. There you go. Cool. Shut up. Another thing I want to do is, since these are lead tones, I want to get a lead tone. Here we go. Come on. So I have Marty's lead. This is a lead tone created by Marty Friedman from Megadeth. Obviously, he's stupid. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna set the panning correct. We're gonna hope it. I don't have the same. I had a massive panning issue last time. I edited it out, so you didn't have to deal with it. And let's see. So that's Marty's lead. We're gonna do that. We're gonna change Odin 2 here to Panned Rhythms Essential. That way it'll fill it out. So I have Odin left is guitar 1, Odin right is guitar 2. Panned Rhythms Essential is 1 and 2 combined, I believe. Yeah, let's give it a rip. Let's see what we got. So if you remember, we spent the last episode getting this stuff all kind of lined up and placed. And actually, I'm not done yet. Sorry. Odin. Riv. Okay, and then I want duplicate. We're gonna going ham on this Odin boy. So we're gonna put this on Panned Leads Essential. There we go. Do that. We got Marty Friedman rules. I saw him live with his band because he lives in Japan now. So he's just got this band from Japan backing him that is so sick. His rhythm guy was also probably the sickest guitarist I've ever seen playing with Marty. Just saying a lot. He's incredible. Band ruled. Super sick band. Okay, let's see. So we got Marty's lead, Pan Leads Essential. Okay, cool. So yeah, my currently using 24 gigs of memory. It's so much. I want to. Those are all good. So right now we're only dealing with. So this is the amount of drums we did last time. As you can see, we still have some work to do, and then this is all just the drums that came with it that just were stupid hi-hat only garbage. Also, I figured out that this I believe is, because there's no kick and snare on this. If I output this to superior, you'll You're the worst. Okay. So we definitely don't need this up to here. Yep. So that's why I call that drummer the worst. I still think he's the worst, but now I understand why he wasn't playing any kick and snare. Because the other drummer was playing kick and snare. Okay, let's hear what we got with all these, with all the new plugins. So basically what I just did was I changed the bass plugin preset. You can't really modify presets on Kraken because it's all sampled, which is fine. Usually I will mess with things a little bit. I mean, I'm not going to mess with Marty Friedman's lead tone. If you go into Bias Effects 2, it's actually his lead tone. It's not some dude who like tone matched one of his albums or anything. He like made it himself, which is neat. And I'm using it. And then just whatever tone, I don't really care. I'll mess with it later. So here we go. Let's see what we got. Let's get ripping. I mean, these things could use work. I want these to be like palm muting along with this. I want these rhythms to be jumping along with the bass. Then I'll have drums in and out of that as well. This doesn't pop as much as I want. I mean, I didn't put any post processing on anything, so whatever, who cares? I don't care. All right? I don't give a flip. So we have frantic drums here. I want the drums to level out and just kind of party a bit. So let's see. I'll do it in note view. Notes. Here we go. Where am I? Here we go. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Thank you. Just want that. I want to make sure this is follow grid. Okay. Good. That bops. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's get a big F in the chat for how ripping that is. This rules. What we're gonna do is what's the button? R? No. Let's do T. I know T works. All right. Change velocity. And we're gonna do change smoothly by percentage from, let's say, 60 to 400. 100. Apply. There we go. Nice. And then we'll do my thing. So what I like to do here is I have, move that one down a little bit. That's good. You can see here I like to have, so you're going to have your first hand hit real hard. You're going to have your weaker hand hit a little, weaker, and then your second hit with your main hand is going to be slightly weaker than your first hit with the main hand, and then same with the second. So you have strong, not quite as strong, weak, a little bit weaker. So you have like if this kept going, it would zigzag, up and down all the way down to 0. And then that gives you like a brr that you like. You know what I mean? Cool. Let's hear that whole section. With the fill in. It's so weird that it's all on the ups. I don't know how they did this on a Super Nintendo. It really blows my mind. I saw a documentary with this dude who made music like this, and he would literally just have each MIDI track with an instrument was an entire computer. So I know that's how they did some of it. No thanks. All right, so what I like to do is just get here's a fill, fine, done. And then when I'm feeling especially not that creative, I will, I'll go in and putz at this, because you can kind of just do that. You don't need to be the most creative. You can kind of get cool enough fills just by putzing, I think. You can get cooler fills when you're feeling really creative, obviously, but not always an option. But being wrong like that is. All right, sick. So let's see what we got. We have these drums are I would say what we have in this section is 70% there, maybe less. All right, so let's hear what we got. Yes, I think that is all correct. Shut up. Okay. We have okay. I fixed it. So we have the drums well in hand. Let's get bass. Let's see this. Let's look at this guy. Clips. So I'm just gonna work with this for now. I never know which button it is. I always just use T for transpose. We're gonna do change velocity, and we're gonna set all to, I believe it's 124. Let's just take it section by section. Take it for a spin here. Let's see what we can do. Some low boys. Doop. Can we do it with lower boys? Keep it a little interesting, you know? All right. Okay, so I think what I want is to switch these. MIDI is the best for switching and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, what if? Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Copy. Paste. No. That's the one. Oh, I'm still on the menu. Sorry, I just have it off screen. I'm doing off screen stuff, and you can't know about it. You don't know what I just did. Just kidding, I turned it to palm mutes. I like that a lot. We're going to do it again. Copy. Paste. Do you have stupid? Nice. All right, let's see how that fits with this. Just cuts out so stupid. Okay, these cards are cool. I think this rules. It just turns into a Wild Western. All right, let's see how everything sounds with everything. Let's see how the whole everything sounds all together with itself. Oh, there was something that like annoyed me and I want to fix it. Okay. Palms on the kicks. Easy. So stupid. Like, why can't I have a brain? Can't I have a brain that just does it? Palms on the kicks. Easy. You know what? I'm gonna... Didn't have the bass on. I just want to hear this. Here we go. So let's hear where we're at. And we'll keep moving. This is like never loud enough. Oh no, you put some compression on it. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Yeah. Goddamn amp bass. All right, GTR. I think it's 3 I like. Good. All right, everyone. I put some SLG channels. It's the GTR amp, like slightly modified, whatever. And on the bass, I'm just putting some neutron elements. Neutron elements is just really easy to use, and I don't really care too much about going nuts on this. I just want it to sound a little better. So I didn't really change too much on the bass. I added a little bit more thump on it. If you have a sub on your TV or computer, you probably heard it. I have, you can't really see, obviously, but for gear, I have two Avantone mix cubes, which I think are absolutely incredible. And I have a PreSonus Temblor 10 T10, which is too large, which is what I wanted. So, that's it. Obviously, what I'm hearing is going to differ from what you're hearing, so I hope it's all right where you are when I play it back. All the audio sounds like I expect it to, but I expect it to sound like my computer setup, which is very nice. So the Avantone mix cubes are set up predominantly to sound like the best possible case scenario of listening to music on your TV, in short, or like bad computer speakers, which sounds unproductive because you'd want your speakers to be not sound like a crappy thing, but basically they just have no low end and a ton of mid range, and that's basically what your TV has, is not a lot of low end, not too much in the highs, and a ton of mid range, because that's where people talk. So your TV speakers are predominantly made to push dialogue, but you'll what I'm talking about when you go to a movie and you hear that thump. So what I have is those two Avantone mix cubes, which I love, and since they have no low end, basically anything around 100 hertz you're not going to hear out of these. Like, I'd even say you can factor out anything under like 120 hertz. So then I got the Temblor T10. I definitely could have done with a T8, but the T10 has a foot switch. So when I'm doing stuff like this and when I'm mixing, I can hit the foot switch and turn off the sub completely, and I get no low end on it. So it's really nice because I can mix at the low end and I can make it sound big and huge and thick. And even when I just listen to music down here while I do other stuff, it's super nice. And then I can turn off the sub and just have the two Avantones, which are very mid-range heavy, and just kind of listen to how it would sound for somebody who's going to be listening on not a great setup like I have. So if I'm going with one of the bands I'm working with now, everything is really, really low end heavy because that's what we wanted. We wanted it to be like really thick and dramatic and have things like punch really hard, which makes it tough because if you are listening on like the earbuds that come with your phone, you're not going to get any of that. So it's really helpful to have this sub because you can make things like really slam, and then while mixing, I can turn it off and mix in more of the frequencies you'd hear in the mid-range so that it pops more for anybody who doesn't have these wild setups. But that's what's up. So here's where we are. So right now we're going to be working on rhythm guitar chunk. We want it to be just a little bit more interesting than just big slapping chords. So one thing I want to do is I want to get the guitars on this, and then I want them to match up more with the drums, so it's like so it's more dramatic when we have these like, and then I'm going to match the bass to the guitars to the drums, basically. So we're just going to come up with some nice and cool. I like to split these things, so I have these rails that keep me in check. Nope. Drums. So if you haven't noticed, what I like to do is you can view multiple tracks. If I want to like the bass too, I can pop that in. or if I want to look at this other lead, I could pop it in. And it'll show you both tracks, and wherever the pencil is what you're editing. So you can look at this and like I can select it and hear it, but it's not going to let me edit it. If I put a note here, it's not going to put it in the drum lane. It's going to put it in the guitar lane, which is really helpful. Lets you just kind of see what you're doing. Okay. And then it'll, as you notice, it solos whatever you have selected. Okay. All right, let's check it. Let's check it out. Let's hear it all. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so I think rhythm guitar is pretty much done. I can putz with it. These lead channels are also done. Sorry. And then I just have this bass section, and and then it just loops. I think the second time I'm gonna mess with the drums a bit, but I don't think I'm gonna do that on camera. I'm just gonna finish up this bass, and I'm going to call this one done, and then I'm going to finish everything else that isn't as fun for videos and partying on my own time, and then I'll upload it to the old SoundCloud. All right, I'm not done with this. I do want it to gallop. Sorry, everybody. 4 birds, 1 stone. Y'all at me. Eight birds, 1 stone. I mean, I guess it's 24 birds, 1 stone. It's a lot of birds now. This bassist wants to frick with the best of them. I'm gonna let him. I'm actually going to make them. There is nothing I love more than having the bass just do leads. Sucks. So I guess we're doing bass now. Yes, that is. Oh, we're doing it. I think bands that underappreciate bass are bands that are bad. Listen to how hard this slaps when the bass goes into those big slapping whole notes. Half notes, I don't care. I think this is the best when you like just have the bassist doing cool shit. Okay, we're gonna go back to the rhythm. Ooh, I like that a lot. Okay. Yeah, that's great. Let's see. There's actually still a lot to do. I think. Let's see. Let's hear how this all sounds an octave lower. It is really high. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Listening to this drum and bass is the sickest. I actually want. All right. Let's hear it, and I think I'm gonna call it for the night. For the day. It's 2:32 p.m. Okay, I'm gonna call it for the day. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. This is a blast to finish up. Maybe I'll release this short supplemental video of finishing out drums on this end before I do a mix down and put it up on the SoundCloud for everybody to listen to. But I'll let you know when that happens. As always, like and subscribe. I've got a link. I've got the original links to the original SNES track and the Solid Snake version below because those are just the greatest. I tried not to listen to the Solid Snake one too much because I didn't want to rip it off, but it did give me a lot of the motivation to do this initially. But so those are there, and then I've also got a link to the Patreon if you want to give me money. Right now, the Patreon money that I do get is going towards an update for basically an update for how I record audio, because I need a couple things to get that nice and clean. You know, last episode I had some audio issues. I'm hoping this one I don't have those same audio issues, but you know, nobody knows until I start editing, and it's too late because I can't come up with all these jokes like again. You know, it's just a constant flowing thing of me coming up with new great jokes all the time just for you. So as always, like and subscribe. You can follow at the Amorphous Void on Instagram. I post stuff all the time. You can follow obviously the Patreon, the Amorphous Void Facebook. You can contact me at I've got at Braided Limbs on Instagram and Twitter. And I think that's it. Let me know in the comments how stupid I am for all the big mistakes I made, and how stupid how bad my tones are, and drummers don't play like that, and no bassist is this cool. You can let me know in the comments. You know, I'll read them and feel bad about it. All right, love you. Bye.